yesterday versus the rest of this World Cup for the U.S., those are the two teams and instances where the opponent has taken the game to the U.S., possessed the ball more, and the U.S. showed some cracks, and that's the first time we've really said that at this tournament. The teams that bunker in and just try and defend for 90 minutes haven't had as much success.
And if you look at the results coming in, including the 5-2 loss to Belgium in the spring of this year, they have really struggled against teams that have dictated play and kept possession. We know this team has the ability to do so. We've seen the games that they've played, but they also have a little bit of resilience in them. They came back 2-0 in the final minutes against Senegal, and then last kick of the game, their captain scored the equalizer, and then, of course, got the vital penalty at the end. So you're not playing against a team who hasn't been here before, both individually and as a group.
I mean, I look at a game like yesterday where Brazil say, Norway, we're going to give you the ball. We're going to sit back, and they played a very uninspired brand of soccer, and they end up losing 2-0 and getting bounced from the tournament. Now, I think that Brazil is a different built team, different run team than Belgium, but I guess, Danny Anderson, the way I look at it is wondering if Belgium wants to make this a second half game, and if they want to sit back and say, hey, we have our fast young legs out there, we'll get you on the counter, we'll settle in, we have horses to bring on in the second half, well, that's well and good if you are still in the game. Because the United States, you talk about when they've been off, when they've been on, it's been early goals, and that's been their moniker, is early goals. If that happens again, and Belgium has to wait all the way into the second half to get their horses, it might be over.
Yeah, exactly. And that is where you mentioned the Brazil game. I look at the second game in that day. The England, they did not dictate play at all yesterday, but they had picked their moments, in perfect moments, I should say, at the Azteca against Mexico. And, there are some teams who can do that really, really well. Belgium, maybe in their years past, were better at that. They were known for their counter-attacking play in the heyday of their golden generation, so to speak. But I just don't know if this current crop of the Belgian team has done that. And again, I just look at where the U.S. has had the least amount of success. They thrive against teams that try and sit back and play the counterattacks against them, because the U.S. counter-presses them and keeps them from even building out of the back.
I think they're also going to look at what has worked, what hasn't worked. In the last 20, 25 minutes in games, Belgium have come on. They've equalized against, of course, Egypt, Senegal. They came back in the final minutes. So for me, the question is that tactic going to work?
Yeah.
No question about it. But for the English, tactically, Thomas Tuchel earned his stripes yesterday. They went down to 10 men with 45 minutes to go when you add the 11 minutes of added time in the most hostile environment the World Cup has seen so far. And he won it because he played 5 at the back, he locked it in, and they fought like soldiers.
Defended like lions.
Defended like lions.
The pun.
27 minutes that will go down in England soccer history for sure. That'll be talked about for many, many years as they advance to the quarterfinals to face Norway coming up on Thursday. It is the United States and Belgium. We are right across the street from Seattle Stadium. We will take one more break, and we'll wrap up our pregame show by talking about the history between these countries and the players to watch. We're seconds away. Stay tuned. You are listening to FIFA World Cup 2026 on iHeartRadio.
This is Lele Pons from Suite 305 with Lele Pons. Game day at my house, it's chaos, but like in a fun way. The TV's ready, the remotes are ready, the kids' toys are going off, and somehow everybody needs batteries at the exact same time. That's why I keep Duracell stocked. And Duracell just released limited edition Duracell and Messi battery packs. The design is inspired by Messi's iconic left leg tattoo. So every battery feels like it comes with an extra kick. From the TV remote to automatic corkscrew, Duracell keeps us game day ready. Duracell double and triple A batteries are the only ones built different with power boost ingredients for long-lasting performance you can trust. Find the limited edition Duracell and Messi batteries in stores at Lowe's and Walmart or on Amazon.
An upper corner shot's just deflected by the goalie. It's a corner kick. Wow! Incredible!
Beautiful shot!
No, that fan earned 2% cash rewards buying Pulisic merch.
They're using the Active Cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo, which scores unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases.
Scoring 2% more. Wonder what that's like.
Oh, it's like...
Score off the field with the Active Cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo. Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Visa, worldwide partner of FIFA World Cup 26.
Impressive. He's dribbling the ball with everything on the line. He's driving down the pitch. He's facing price hikes and cuts past him. Carrier Contracts tries to block him. Oh, he leaves him in the dust. He's at the edge of the box. He cuts past the nonstop group chat trash talk. He clears on goal. He shoots. No! Unlimited data for $25 a month forever!
Visit your local Boost Mobile store today to get unlimited data with a price that never changes. Boost Mobile. After 30 GB, customers may experience lower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost $25 unlimited plan.
The Starbucks Iced Horchata Shaken Espresso is back for the summer. Crafted with cinnamon, vanilla, and nutty notes of toasted rice. Handshaken with smooth blonde espresso and finished with oat milk for a creamy touch. Made for summer. Only at Starbucks.
Amazon presents Scotty versus Geology 101 paper. A mountain of an assignment. The Geology 101 paper can turn an all-dayer into an all-nighter, and an all-nighter into an all-morning-er. But Scotty shopped on Amazon and saved on a laptop, sticky notes, and a mini fridge full of energy drinks. Hey, paper, Scotty's got you on the ropes. Carbon date that. Save the everyday with college deals on Amazon.
Some people say soccer culture doesn't exist in the U.S., but
It is an American game.
and it goes beyond the stats.
It's your culture.
It's a connecting force
I like watching it with my dad.
to the players and the stories.
I took an elbow to my head, which cracked my skull.
From Futuro Studios, this is American Football, a show about soccer culture in the U.S. and its underdog roots. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search American Football, and listen now.
You are listening to FIFA World Cup 2026 on iHeartRadio. We are steps away from Seattle Stadium where the national anthems are currently being played in that building. 67,000 people, mostly in Stars and Stripes, are filling that building. It will be exciting right across the street in just a few moments. For the United States, this is a big chance to reach the height of the program in the modern World Cup era. 2002, they lost in the quarterfinals to Germany. They are trying to get back to the quarterfinals with this game today against Belgium, where they reached in 2014 and lost to Belgium as well. So revenge is on the menu for the United States. For Belgium, this is their 15th time in the World Cup. This is the twilight of their golden generation. They have not made it to a World Cup final. They're seeing if they have one last push to make it to a glorious place for Belgium. They will have to get through the United States today. Let's get to our players to watch today, which are brought to you by Fox 1. The excitement of the FIFA World Cup is now streaming live on Fox 1, the official English streaming platform to catch every unforgettable moment. Fox 1 brings the action straight to your screen so you never miss a goal. Download Fox 1 and experience the FIFA World Cup live. Danny Jackson, your player to watch.
My player to watch is the engine of this team, Tyler Adams, right in the middle of the park. He's going to have to dictate tempo, play north-south, break lines when he can. He did it so well in the World Cup so far, especially in that first game against Paraguay when there was a low block. He found those attacking midfield players in those specific pockets. He also needs to be able to slide and slow the game down in transition. Belgium will play high guys, especially when the likes of Doku will come on the field. So he needs to slow down those counters. And then most importantly, he needs to protect that back line. Break up the play when he can. Try and knock Tielemans off balance. And he's going to be a player that's going to make things happen.
Yeah, mine's simple. I'm going Christian Pulisic. All the talk about Balogun, he's obviously been the goal-scoring figure for this team. For a lot of teams that have made it to this point and look like threats to win the tournament, it's their star players that have stepped up in the big moments. Whether it's Messi, Mbappe, Haaland, and then the teams that haven't made it this far, it's the star players that haven't stepped up. You look at Brazil, you look at Portugal, that just happened earlier today. We need Christian Pulisic to break out and show the world that he is the best player on this U.S. men's national team. And honestly, he's the best player on the pitch tonight, so he needs to go out and show it.
Well, for the United States, Flo Balogun is available. He is starting, and the Stars and Stripes are filling Seattle Stadium. We're going to head on into the building. We'll be back for the halftime show. But here we go. It's the United States World Cup round of 16 against Belgium, a rematch of the 2014 game. The Jets are flying over Seattle Stadium. Let's get to kickoff. You are listening to FIFA World Cup 2026 on iHeartRadio.
You've been listening to our pre-match coverage of the FIFA World Cup 2026 on iHeartRadio. Fox's play-by-play coverage of today's match is coming up next.
The free iHeartRadio app is #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one. Discover a new podcast from our library of over 350,000 titles. Here's an iHeartRadio podcast preview.
Right now, I feel like I'm at a red carpet event. People have been waiting here for hours, lined up 3 deep, behind barricades.
Back behind the gate.
Just to catch a glimpse.
Step back. Get out of the way.
And then the faces of this story finally emerge.
I love these housewives.
But they're not flanked by publicists.
Lori, do you have anything to say? Miss Loveland?
Instead, police and lawyers are at their sides.
Sorry?
Because Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are both at the center of the biggest scandal in academic history.
This is a big story today. Operation Varsity Blues.
More on that fallout from the college admissions scandal rocking Hollywood this morning.
Although Huffman and Loughlin are the most well-known, they are only 2 of the many people charged with scamming the system to get their kids into elite colleges.
Hi guys, it's Olivia Jade. I don't really care about school, as you guys all know.
They were led by Rick Singer, a con man posing as an admissions counselor, and his vast network of co-conspirators who exploited his client's sense of entitlement, hubris, and obsession with status.
It's the home run of home runs. And it works every time.
Unfortunately, white-collar crime is nothing new. But this time it's different. Because the victims of these crimes are your children. Welcome to Gangster Capitalism.
Listen and follow this podcast for free on the iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
iHeartRadio's World Cup coverage continues as we join Fox's live play-by-play action of today's FIFA World Cup 2026 match. Follow all the exclusive World Cup action on iHeartRadio.
In this round and advance to the quarterfinal. It's a different type of opponent Rudy Garcia leads. This is one of Europe's elite. This is a team in the top 10 of FIFA's rankings. So this game was always going to be a bit different. And then yesterday happened. And that just adds a different emotional intensity. It adds a different scrutiny, both across this country of ours, but also globally as well. All the players can do, all they can control is how they perform. And how together this group is, how motivated they are to make real history. Because in the modern format of this FIFA World Cup, only once has a U.S. men's team played in a World Cup quarterfinal. And that was a quarter century ago. And all the while, the European champions, Spain, watch in Dallas to find out who they will face off with in that quarterfinal Friday afternoon in Los Angeles. One of the very special days in the history of the sport in this country. Can it be capped off with a victory? And we are underway. It is the United States in the dark blue. It is Belgium in the very light blue. It's a U.S. team that had to really work for it Wednesday in Santa Clara in an early shot, which was blocked by Alex Freeman from Belgium. They took the lead against Bosnia and Herzegovina. They were reduced to 10 men with that video review red card. And they grinded it out the rest of the way for just a second knockout stage win in their history.
And Serginho Dest thought that was going to be their ball. Well, look out for the long throw here from De Kuiper. So they're going to put early pressure on Matt Fries.
Maxime De Kuiper going to set up a long throw.
Gets it in deep. Richards got his head to it. Pulisic's got to get it clear. Can't get it clear. The follow-up from shot was blocked. A second follow-up is tipped away by Matt Freese. That might be the best save Matt Freese has made all tournament. It comes 48 seconds into this game. And that's a man who knows from big saves. Hugo Lloris, the World Cup winner.
When you get an applause from Lloris, you know it's been a great save. And just not clear to the top of the box from the U.S. The second one was a good block. And then that shot's going in. Freeze at full extension. Set pieces will be a key for both teams in this match.
That was Timothy Castagna who took it. It's to Kuiper once again on the corner. Freeze coming in off a 3-save shutout, including some early action in that game against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Out of Makad Jordan is our referee. This is a big game for him. After a long, dramatic build-up.
Yeah, they ran too early, so he's trying to reset up this set play here.
Kuiper sends it in. Freeze stays at home. Anthony Robinson didn't get there. That's a second early save for Matt Freeze. Off the head that time of Charles de Ketelaere. And so it's a Belgium team. They were in this building a week ago. They were down 2 goals with 5 minutes left. It was the latest comeback in a knockout stage game in World Cup history. They forced extra time with Senegal. They won it with the latest goal in the history of the World Cup. So they're coming in a little bit battle-hardened, maybe a little bit fatigued as well, potentially. You talked about the lineup changes. Overall, what are you expecting?
I expect that this is a game the U.S. are going to have to be locked in for 90 minutes. They passed.
Balogun to get on the end of that, quickly take and throw. He clips it up in the air. Tillman is not going to reach it out for a U.S. throw.
And just as a reminder, as we're trying to get our points in here, this game is going to be
fast,
started
great,
intense, but it's exactly what you would expect from 2 high-quality teams. Belgium have experience, have quality all over the field. They play in big games all the time. For many of these players on the field for the U.S. right now, biggest game of their lives. They've talked about the maturity from 4 years ago. We are going to find out that they will not back down if they've shown us anything throughout this tournament. And there's Pulisic, knocked off the ball early. I've said I think he could have a very big game in this one if he gets the space and time, but is aggressive in the ball. But at the beginning, U.S. has to be the team that matches the intensity.
Richards is going to get there first. De Ketelaere was trying to catch him there, going back to Freeze, the goalkeeper, and he knocks it off of Belgium for a throw. Space for Weston McKennie. Des, nice little cut around one, knocked away by the second man through Onana. Trossard taking immediately off the ball. McKennie, early angle in. Balogun's not going to get there. Thibaut Courtois, one of the best goalkeepers in the world of his generation, his first touch of the ball. Courtois playing today his 20th game in a World Cup, most of any Belgian in history, 3rd most of any goalkeeper. It includes the game where he and Belgium beat the United States in this round in 2014. Yes, first to that header from Freeman. Direct traffic, doesn't like what he sees. Out for a Belgian throw.
One of the things I'm really interested in early in this game is you get a look back at Castagna's shot. That ball is bending, and it's bending even more in slow motion, but Freeze, what concentration, top hand up, and it had to be a strong hand too. That's a terrific save, and you get a better look at it on that replay there.
U.S. fans wanted a handball there.
I thought Tom Rinaldi said it really well before the game. The U.S. won with 10 against Bosnia, but today they play with 12. That 12th man is the crowd. And this crowd was one of the best we have experienced, and they will be important in motivating and pushing this team throughout the game.
Well, it goes by Ngoy, and it will run all the way through to Matt Freese. Don't underestimate the significance of that early save for Freese. This is the biggest game of his life. Former college soccer player at Harvard, plays for New York City FC and MLS. 5 saves so far at this tournament, but none of the truly top-level category. That might have, in fact, be the biggest save he's made in his 19 games as the starting goalkeeper for the United States, particularly because it came so early. Pulisic with media pressure taken off the ball by Onana. So Pulisic's lost his first 2 duels today.
Yeah, just a couple touches that are getting a little sticky, stuck under his foot. Just trying to watch how the United States are looking to build and to break down this Belgian defense. McKennie really in possession is coming far wide and right, and you've got the wingers, the fullbacks on both sides pushing inside. Dest is coming inside to make space. I think, again, they want to find ways to get McKennie on the ball, but create, as they have done all tournament. U.S.'s strength in attack has been their unpredictability by moving players around and creating matchups that they want, all centered around Flo Balogun.
Reeve did well. There's to body up onto Kitalara. Not allow him to even challenge for that. Freeman, the 21-year-old, very young player. Gonna have to show composure in big moments. That's another 50-50 call. It's gone against the U.S. Lukabakio now, slowed up by Tyler Adams. But he gets around Adams to the second opportunity. Wide to Castagna. Cross on the deck. It's mishit. That was a wonderful look for Yuri Tielemans, who scored twice in the last game, and he just mishit it.
They get away with one here, and Pulisic stops his run, tracking back with Castagna here, and he does the overlap, so they get the overload situation that they want. And Pulisic just stopped running with him and left Anthony Robinson 2 against 1. The ball was cut back. It was a great look for Tielemans, expecting him to just sweep that into the back of the net. But the first thing you see is just the difference now in competition. The athleticism of Belgium, closing down space, putting the U.S. under pressure. It's going to be important, 1v1 duels all across the field, but you can't leave players and not make that run track. You can't leave guys 2v1.
Adams hesitation, but he gets there in front of Lukabakio, and those two collide. It's what we said. This is a different type of game against a different type of opponent from the prior 4. Clipped along here. Long run for Trossard. Brings it down. Freeman out to meet him now. Freeman blocks the cross. Prevents the corner. It's infield. The U.S. is hesitating. A bouncing ball picked up in the box. And that's the opening goal for Belgium. It was to Kentalara. First to react in there on the cross. The U.S. players froze defensively. And now they are in an early hole against Belgium.
And Mauricio Pochettino, you saw him there looking at the replay of that on their screen, thinking, what are we doing? It was the thing we said before kickoff. When you play against teams like this, you can't make mistakes. You get punished, quite simply put. And as this ball pops up in the air, it's a great block by Freeman initially, but then it's Des, McKennie, everybody's looking at it thinking someone else is going to play the ball. As you see, as this ball gets switched to the far side, Freeman does really well blocking this first cross from Trossard. But now look, you've got 3 U.S. bodies as it pops up here. You got a couple guys thinking, is it me, is it you? And they just sneak inside, and he is onside to Kitalar, playing on the shoulder of the last defender, Tim Ream. It's a great ball across goal. And Belgium take the early lead, punishing the United States for making a mistake in their box. How do you respond? First time the U.S. have gone behind with the first goal. They have scored the first goal in every game to this point.
This is where the home crowd in Seattle is going to be so important. Sean de Kentalara, his first World Cup goal. He was a prodigy for Belgium as a 21-year-old, made a huge move to AC Milan. Struggled to make that pan out, but he's starting ahead of Romelu Lukaku, their all-time leading scorer. That's a huge moment for him individually as the pass is behind Destiny slips. And this is a key 5 moments right here for the U.S. to show some composure and work their way back into this game as De Kentalara is tripped up. kick there you saw from Tyler Adams. Johnny Infantino, Pierluigi Colina talking with Jill Ellis. Alex Morgan in there. Cindy Parlow Cohn, bottom left, president of the U.S. Soccer Federation. Can they get themselves going here? Good interception by Castani there as Ream was trying to pick out Pulisic.
And I think the other thing Belgium are doing well right now is they're not trying to play through the U.S. press. They've quite simply said, look, we're going to force you out a little bit. We're not trying to find those little slip balls to Onana. We don't want to give the ball away in the middle of the field. And they're playing direct and over the top, trying to test the back line of the United States. And so far, it has been working.
Freeman, good defensive work there on Trossard. Freeman has scored that goal against Australia in the game here a couple weeks ago. That ball's out of play.
They do just look a little nervy, though, don't they? The U.S. and heavy touches, balls going out of bounds, turnovers in the middle of the field, a little bit late on some of those tackles. But that's when you've gone from being the aggressor in every game and you've had such a great start and an intensity, and all of a sudden now somebody's right up in your face.
Richard just got hit in the face, and Chris Richards is down. One of the indispensable members of this team, one of the key leaders at the back, the Birmingham, Alabama native. I mean, the U.S. team has been in camp since the last week in May, and they have talked about being battle-tested. The strength of the games that they've played this year, including a bad loss against Belgium in March, the games against Senegal and Germany right before the World Cup, the togetherness and the spirit they feel that this group has is good. A lot of them have said if any team they've ever been a part of, that has to show now. Ream was late. The Ketelaar is going to keep that ball in play. Anthony Robinson won the initial battle for the ball. He can't do anything about that on the outside. Luka Bacchio running in. Adams bodies it off it. Reset wide to Ketelaar. Anthony Robinson waiting. Luka Bacchio now. It was coming for De Ketelaar. A back heel attempt there from Tielemans. They can't get it clear. Trossard was there to pick it up. Pulisic can't get it clear. Onana holds it in. Clipped in now, and that'll be a comfortable catch for Freeze as Trossard was in the air.
Well, because the U.S. have not been able to really get pressure, it's Alex Freeman trying to get this team and this crowd going. In games like this, you need a moment. You need something to go your way, a possession, a tackle, because they're under siege right now, this U.S. team.
And Trossard will line it up from a long ways out and put it over.
But the point I was going to make is that because Belgium have so much of the ball in the attacking part of the field, and they're so comfortable in possession, they have fullbacks high and wide. They have numbers advantages all over the field. So now the U.S.'s best attacking players, as you look at the goal again, to Ketelaar, it's not going to get many easier finishes than that, but that's just being in the right place and timing his run, staying onside, coming off that U.S. mistake. But the U.S.'s attacking players right now are having to come back and track back and deal with these fullbacks. So Pulisic's doubling down, and Dest is coming back. So they're not a threat the other way. The U.S. need to have something attacking-wise that keeps those fullbacks a little bit more honest and keeps the numbers advantage in their favor defensively.
Robinson for Weston.
Appearances, cameo was basically off the bench, so seeing him back in the starting line, significant change for Belgium. He brings a lot in the middle of the field. Now, the players are coming over to now. This will be interesting how the referee, he's going to say no. Because the U.S. almost were trying to use this as a tackle out, which Pochettino still is trying to communicate stuff. Just
can't stop him from talking.
Yeah. Right down below us to our left. But I was going to add to your point about Pochettino. There is so much, only so much you can do as a coach tactically within this sport, to where there's an element of when you put the players out, players have to execute and perform. There's nothing Pochettino could have done on that first goal. That's just a couple of guys looking at the ball, not communicating, and then boom, that's why you're down 1-0. So it's not like, look, Belgium have been the better team. They've created the more chances. A landslide by any means. There's a lot of time left for these guys on the field to get that.
Premier League with Yuri Tielemans.
Shit's ridiculous. I was getting like 60 last year.
He's been coming off the bench, so it's a big spot for him to be given this opportunity. It's the Belgium team, not just how good they've been when they score the first goal. They've actually not been beaten games. Longest unbeaten run in their country's history. The only longer was a team that made the semifinal at the World Cup in 2018, the best Belgian team of the modern era. And a few players from that team, that golden generation, are still a part of this. Robinson tackles it out. The question right now is whether Onana can continue. The answer looks to be no. And they've two up already. Onanakin, who has been a starter for them at this tournament. So an early blow for Belgium to have to lose one of their starters to an apparent injury. They're going to hold the sub now. So Belgium are playing. It's sent him deep. It's Weston McKennie who heads away. Job not done. On your back. Richards rising up to get it away. Adams there almost collided with Pulisic, able to get rid of it. Balogun. Collision with the defenders. Balogun's going to chase this one. Courtois had to be alert to come out and get it. Gives it away. Dash forward. There's a second man down for Belgium right now. As part of that collision with Balogun a moment ago. U.S. don't have to kick this ball out so he can get looked at. It is Ree's purview if he wants to stop the game, and he does now. It's Brandon Mekele, their center back, who's down.
And that should, in theory, also give Belgium a chance to make their sub. We almost had the same situation with the ball up in the air, but eventually Adams, who took charge, and Mekele ends up colliding with his own teammate, which is, I think, here the response from this Seattle crowd. Now, I've talked a lot about this atmosphere. I think even what I'm feeling from the crowd is a little bit of nerves. A long, good attacking spell for the U.S. would go a long way in bringing everybody to this game, including themselves.
So Onanakin is on. Mekele is able to continue after Dest drives it inside. Tillman, and he couldn't make that pass across the field. Baki was Tillman flying through from behind, couldn't get there to Ketelaar, the goal scorer. Going to return. Luka Bacchio. Tyler Adams who draws the foul.
Well, what a run from Luka Bacchio, and an even better run from Tyler Adams. Him from the middle of the field. And those little moments I'm talking about, that it's just U.S. turning over the ball as Onana's going to make his way to the Belgian locker room. That's nothing, you never want to see that for any player taking part in a game like this. Comes the long ball again, long and direct, passing that U.S. press. They know that is, and they've been winning some of these second balls, but look how much
Freeze backed off. Richards almost gave it away. Help. As De Ketelaar wrestled Ream off the initial ball in the air.
Suite 305 with Lily Pons. Game day Suite 305 with Lily Pons. Game day at my house, it's chaos, but like in a fun way. The TV's ready, the remotes are ready, the kid stores are going off, and somehow everybody needs batteries at the exact same time. That's why I keep Duracell stocked. And Duracell just released limited edition Duracell and Messi battery packs. The design is inspired by Messi's iconic left leg tattoo. So every battery feels like it comes with an extra. From the TV remote to automatic corkscrew, Duracell keeps us game day ready. Duracell double and AAA batteries are the only ones built different with power boost ingredients for long-lasting performance you can trust. Find the limited edition Duracell and Messi batteries in stores at Lowe's and Walmart or on Amazon.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Seattle warm in the sunshine, very comfortable in the shade. The U.S. bench just got pelted with one of the water sprinklers as they were going through this very important huddle.
1-0 Belgium.
Let's start first of all with this from a mental emotional side. If indeed this team has looked a bit nervy.
And what intensity they bring to swing that back on Belgium a little bit.
They need a spell.
Can't get possession right now.
What carries forward, gives it away aimlessly to Dest. Get on the run. Just pull back there a bit there. Right to Kuiper to slow him up. Not enough for a foul. Pulisic. Up past one. Space on the left for Anthony Robinson. Castagna comes to meet him. Those two at full in the English Premier League. So fun battle between those two. Pulisic wanted not from Richards. Freeman with a right on him, trying to play. That's kind of hit that. Trossard, winner this season, helps Belgium.
Wow, we cannot get the ball, man.
Direct traffic for Belgium.
Get fouled Belgium here.
1-1 draw with Egypt, courtesy of an own goal.
29th minute. Down 1-0.
Finished the group with their biggest ever win in a World Cup, 5-1 against New Zealand before the dramatic comeback here last week against Senegal.
Here's Pulisic now. To Balogun. Goes down, foul! Right outside the 18. Let's go. Really bad spot.
Back into this game. And Winston McKennie's fouled. It's a tricky game for this referee. Adam McCutcheon.
Josie out the door.
He's the first center referee in World Cup history. He and his crew have been highly thought of. They're the first crew to have been given this game.
It's going to be Tillman this one. Malik Tillman, he banged last game.
And the video assistant referee from
Against Bosnia.
Everything that's happened in the last 36 hours, it's led to Flo Balogun being...
A little change I'm seeing Tyler Adams, middle of your screen. He's dropping between the center backs to now allow the U.S. backs. I think that's a good switch there because it opens this up.
Pulisic, Balogun. And lying down behind the wall, which means the wall.
1-1.
Tillman over the left, scores! Malik Tillman! Lightning strikes twice, and the United States has tied the game!
Here's De Bruyne.
We thought it was a once in a lifetime. It turns out it's twice in a lifetime, and it takes
Lukaku's not on the field.
But it's because again it's hit with the right amount of pace, the right height, and it comes.
Oh! Belgium, he gets the 2-1. Just like that. Incredible, man.
And the wall has to try to make a play on it. And instead
It was a cross in, got past the goalie, back post.
What a moment from Malik Tillman once again.
United States equalizes and Belgium gets the leading goal, 2-1. And he's too far down.
First half of games in this World Cup. Tillman's goal came on their first shot of the entire night.
Son of a bitch, man.
Now Belgium trying to counterpunch.
Peccitini kicking the power raid.
Trossard to the byline, gets across into Ketelaar's rising up, and Belgium retake the lead. Moments later, Charles de Ketelaar climbs the ladder, his second goal, and the U.S. right back where they were.
That can't happen like that.
And if that ball was going to go out for a kick or corner, I was going to say, it's one of the cliches in this game that you're most vulnerable after you score a goal. And this is why. Because the other team all of a sudden now has instant motivation to punch back. But once this ball gets wide, you've got 2v1. You can't let the cross get in here. Freeman is backing off. You've got support. Be more aggressive. They're both taking the same angle there, and Trossard is able to get down to the line. They're both taking the same play, and that comes down to communication. But even at that point, Tim Ream gets beat at the back post. To Ketelaar, great strength.
Damn, now we got a yellow on McKinney.
On top of Ream, gets the early jump, and you might think that's
Comes in low on a bad tackle. That pass is well off. It's a late sliding tackle from McKinney, and he gets the yellow card.
Right off the back of a goal that brought everybody back into this game.
35th minute.
Great goal from De Ketelaar.
That ball was in play for 61 seconds from when Belgium kicked off to De Ketelaar scoring his second goal. And now exactly that. This crowd, these players have to get their energy back. Freeman is going to chase that down as it was a kind bounce. Freeman crossing in, knocked down there. No one in a blue shirt nearby. It's not a dark enough shade.
Here's McKinney now to Freeman.
Belgium bench goes berserk.
To Richards. Now to Adams. Right at midfield.
Gotta be smart still. Now there's a lot of emotions, a lot of intensity. And he's just a touch late. That is a yellow card tackle from McKinney. Cleans him out.
Yeah, we're all messed up right now. We got to go all the way back to the goalie.
Jenny Taft, you're down there next to the U.S. bench. I imagine quite the swing in emotion the last few minutes. What have you been seeing and hearing?
It's so true, John. From elation to absolute shock. I've seen Mauricio Pochettino kick over that water bottle bucket. I know you saw that as well. He's been shaking his head. Now, the nerves are very apparent from this U.S. team. I know you guys are catching on to the energy from the bench. I did learn during that hydration break, one of his messages was to make sure they were playing closer together without hesitation. Let's see if they can get back to that.
Nice little move by Pulisic there. Left Lukaku on the floor. McKinney going to get back to that touch.
We got to get some possession here. This ball goes back to Belgium anytime we get it for like 2 to 3 dribbles.
On the right, they want to try to find these little passing lanes and combinations. Having players, as Jenny said, they're closer together.
And yet Belgium will know that as well. And they're trying to shut off all those passing angles.
What Belgium doing is they're not backing off and just, they have their pressing.
Giveaway by Freeman.
And when one guy goes, here comes the Ketelaar. Look how everybody steps up. They try to go together.
Good shot by the chest, although it was a bit much for McKinney to deal with, and Belgium win it back in the middle of the field.
I think it's a huge end to the half here, though, for the United States. You've got just under 10 minutes plus some stoppage, but what you really want to accomplish in this game is stay in the game. If you find a goal, great. You level it back up, but you need to make sure you stay intense, dialed in.
Can't catch a break right now.
Because if you concede another one before the half.
Here's Belgium now.
Was offside, and that touch looked like 2 of them came off the knock in the second. That's why I knew he couldn't touch it. But it is everything that players like Christian Pulisic have been building to their entire life.
And it's cleared out. It's going to be a corner for Belgium.
And his staff have been building to the last 2 years. Tillman, and that ran away.
De Bruyne isn't on the bench. He's on the bench right now.
Robinson stepped in to poke it away.
I think Lukaku's on the bench as well.
For the 1v3, McKinney got a foot in. Clemens picked it up.
Ooh, good save. Man, that could have been 3-1. Chance to counter here. Giveaway again, this time by Pulisic.
Rascala got the assist on the opener, rolls it forward. Overloading that right side of the field. They've only got Trossard
We're
on
vulnerable on corners right now. I feel like every time Belgium sends it in the box, they're getting a great opportunity.
Up in the air from Tyler Adams, and that'll be a corner kick for Belgium.
And the other part is they're just not afraid to put pressure on Chris Richards and Tim Ream. We also have this guy who can still come off the bench. De Bruyne change the game. You've got Doku. That's why we said this is a 90-minute game. The U.S. knew they were going to be in a tough game. Well, you're in it now.
Kevin De Bruyne, one of the best playmakers globally of his generation. Romelu Lukaku, one of the best goal scorers of his generation. Jeremy Doku, one of the best wingers of this present generation. All on Belgium's bench. Yuri Tielemans to take the second corner of the game for Belgium. Elsewhere to the near post. Matt Freeze alert.
Here's Balogun. Chance for a long ball. He gets it. It gets poked away for a throw-in. It's really his first chance.
The Kuiper intercepted it.
We're in the 41st minute. Anderson to Pulisic on that left side. He's going to go to work. They double him. He gets rid of it to Anderson. Back to Pulisic. And it's deflected, and Belgium has it. There's too many giveaways by Pulisic.
I feel like the U.S. still need to maintain a threat to stretch the field. Meaning, you've got to run in behind still. Because Belgium have been able to squeeze the game tight. Look at their compact lines between the defense and the furthest player forward to Ketelaar. They're making sure that there's no space for the U.S. to find the ball in behind the midfield and get turned. That means sometimes you got to take a chance, make the run, find Balogun over the top, find McKennie. That type of ball right there.
Balogun will chase from Freeman and just tails wide. Allow Balogun to get on the end of it. Tackle away by Goy, but an attacking throw-in now for the United States.
Great ball, great run. Takes the run to then also somebody to play you.
Can't get the ball. The ball just gets taken away by Belgium anytime we get it.
Second ball was on the field, so the U.S. couldn't go quick with that while they were still getting their bodies back. Here's Christian Pulisic.
Ooh, there's a good tackle, but they called a foul on it, push in the back. It's going to be a free kick.
And then not on the same page, he and Adams, and it breaks down.
Yeah, free kick for Belgium.
Just been a little off in this first half. Christian Pulisic, he looks like he's lacking a bit of confidence to take his guy on aggressively, to play this team. But flicking around the corner for Matt Freeze, he was aware.
He's got to defend this free kick.
Oh, great free kick! I'm not sure how that wasn't 3-1.
De Kuiper hooks it in, free header wide. Tough angle for that header to be sure. But missed.
He didn't get it on the right spot of his head. He tried to go front post. Just got it too much on the outside, but it's the same story that all this first half is. Nobody's marking anybody on corners.
That line did not drop, and then it was Richards is the only one drop that kept everybody on sides. They're just not in sync as another turnover.
And Pulisic keeps turning it over on offense.
Reset for Pulisic. McKennie could have just run into the space there. I don't think he knew that there was no one around him. Pulisic, McKennie. And McKennie's able to recover it. Anthony Robinson now. Tielemans cuts him off.
Oh, tried the dummy to Balogun.
Dest bumped off his run by De Kuiper. McKennie lets it run. Balling's not going to get there. Goy across in time. Good work, Tyler Adams, to win that bouncing ball out of the air. Coming up on Fox, the Bank of America halftime show. Rebecca, Thierry, Zlatan, and Alexi down to our left watching this one. Give us their thoughts on what we've
There's
seen.
Dest now on that right side. Good move. Trying to get to Balogun, and he can't. It's cleared out. It's going to be a throw-in for the United States.
Dest runs it inside behind Balogun, although it's Ngoy's touch, which drives it to the corner, and that'll be a U.S. throw. States now, the top scoring team from dead ball situations at this tournament. 5 goals in total, 1 more than Argentina.
And everybody back for Belgium to defend this. They've got all 11 players inside the box. Now Richards is in front of Courtois. We've seen this often where players, attacking players, try to get around the goalkeeper. Referees saying, look, I've warned you. If you make contact, we've seen this often called a foul.
Throw in from Tillman, long throw, header back in over the goal.
The attacking opportunity.
Tillman gets it in the box. Richards, it's knocked down. Balogun had the look. It's going to be out for a corner. Took a touch of a Belgian defender. First corner of the game for the U.S.
And they're trying to claim it did not take a touch, so we'll see if this gets changed. But the U.S. doing a good job winning the first ball. Was Alex Freeman.
Pulisic now with the corner.
Was Balogun who put it over the top of the bar, but it was hard to see if it took any type of touch. They're still holding this, so they're still trying to see if this should be a goal kick or the corner.
It is going to be a goal kick. Son of a bitch, man. Couldn't buy nothing this whole first half. Couldn't catch a break.
At the end of this first half, hydration break and a couple of injury concerns as well.
We'll get a good look at it was Balogun. It was almost interesting the spin on the ball, whether it did take a defensive touch, but they reviewed
good switch.
Richard, strong header there.
Freeman's right there to head it out, though. It's going to be thrown for Belgium right at midfield.
To keep it away from Pulisic, and now a long switch out to the near side towards Trossard. Freeman wins the header.
They've looked for that a lot. You have to actually see Trossard in previous games. He comes inside.
What are you doing, man?
Garcia and Belgium are doing is they're keeping him wide on the left and using that switch.
Just headed out of bounds again.
Him and get him in good situations to make the game, as he did on Belgium's second goal. So it's not been the best first half for the U.S. That's the obvious. The good news is for them, they're still very much in this
short
game.
passes in traffic. Belgium somehow has it. Should be out of bounds. United States ball goes out and hits Belgium as he's on the line.
Slow to react. Cross blocked by Freeman. Ball's out of play. Assistant referees put his flag up. Is furious with the referee.
All right, here's a chance here. Dest trying to counter. Dest. We're 3 on 4. Dest got to hurry. Hey! Come on!
Dest will now engage with the Kuiper and just runs into him, trying to draw a foul. Can't do so. Pulisic came all the way across. There's that space on his side of the field. Robinson got sucked in as well. Now Lukaku is caring for it. Tyler Adams out to slow him down.
So yeah, 3.5 minutes extra time here. Crossing the box, nobody home, but it goes right back to Belgium on that left side.
Adams got to go out and defend on Castagna now.
Good defense by Freeman.
Get that cross in, completely unmarked. It comes all the way through. It's Trossard who picks it up. Freeman there to defend him. Tackles it out, and the U.S. upset. Decision on the field's a corner, so this one, like the last one, can be changed on video review.
Belgium takes it short. In the box, shot! It's going to go front post and wide.
It's already back in play. They took it quick. There's no review forthcoming. It's going to be rolled in. It's going to be fired across the face of goal there by Lukaku. But those are those moments of concentration, which is a big thing that Mauricio Pochettino talked about. But even the players, guys like Tyler Adams, beginning of the tournament.
What the fuck is going on, man? Someone just got pushed in the back. There you go.
You can't make mistakes. You can't switch
Tillman
off.
goes down, foul on
You gotta be
Belgium.
focused the whole time. Tillman throws his body in, and that will be a U.S. free kick. Because the U.S. was right in that game with the Netherlands in the first half, and they fell asleep right at the end of the half and let in a goal.
It's going to take a monster.
Tillman, long pass, balogun! Handball, handball! I swear that came off someone's hand.
Tillman, Balogun, can he get there? Not quite, although it's not cleanly dealt with by Courtois. Still 2 minutes to play in the half. Anthony Robinson.
Richards, long pass, Balogun, good first touch. Hit McKinney. McKinney didn't have a great touch. They all got to be working in unison.
Richards has McKinney making a run. Balogun, McKinney, and it's a big tackle there by De Kuiper. It was meant for Dest. He had space to run into. Lukaku now, 1v3. Belgium just playing through and around the U.S. players right now.
It's because you have the quality of Lukaku. You see that there when he receives the ball. He's under pressure, has a burst of acceleration, quick stop, spins back, dumps it off to a teammate. Movement. He's been excellent for them in the first half. So is Trossard. There's that long switch of play again, just a little bit too much.
Rudy Garcia was getting annoyed at a certain point yesterday about the questions involving Balogun and said, listen, it's about the game on the field. The only thing that matters for us is that we advance. And they came out with an intensity.
Come on, Reem. Get rid of that, man. What are we doing, dude? Give one away, another goal? The defense looks like trash right now. Oh, great move by Tillman. Dest, Balogun. Oh, first touch shot. It goes out for a corner. There we go.
Nutmeg, Dest, final seconds of the half. Balogun wants it through. Flo Balogun has it now. Took it early. And now the U.S. with the final play of the first half will indeed have their first corner kick of the first half.
And that's what we've been seeing all tournament. Tillman again, so smooth. Gets the little nutmeg. And Balogun at the end of this, I think he's trying to square it to Pulisic. Pulisic made a good run at the near post, and even had Anthony Robinson at the back post. But a chance here, right at the end of the first half, to change the entire mood inside the stadium.
Here's Pulisic now for the corner. What's in the box? Caught.
In this situation, Belgium have looked
No chance.
susceptible at the back post throughout this tournament.
You almost got to have a low corner, front post. If he's gonna play so far outside like that, we got to get bodies around him. Wasted corner chance.
45 minutes down, 45 to go in Seattle. Belgium 2.
That's not good enough, Pulisic. I need more, Christian.
Adopt US.
Church's Smokehouse Chicken is back, now with lemon pepper. Get an original, spicy, or new lemon pepper half chicken with a honey butter biscuit and a jalapeno starting at $5.99. Limited time offer, valid at participating locations. Price may vary, tax extra.
This is Lele Pons from Suite 305 with Lele Pons. Game day at my house, it's chaos, but like in a fun way. The TV's ready, the remotes are ready, the kids' stores are going off, and somehow everybody needs batteries at the exact same time. That's why I keep Duracell stocked. And Duracell just released limited edition Duracell and Messi battery packs. The design is inspired by Messi's iconic left leg tattoo. So every battery feels like it comes with an extra kick. From the TV remote to automatic corkscrew, Duracell keeps us game day ready. Duracell double and AAA batteries are the only ones built different with power boost ingredients for long-lasting performance you can trust. Find the limited edition Duracell and Messi batteries in stores at Lowe's and Walmart or on Amazon.
Time now for halftime here at the World Cup 2026 on iHeartRadio, presented by Fox One. And now a look at today's first half.
45 minutes in the books at Seattle Stadium, and it's Belgium with a 2-1 lead over the United States men's national team. Our first half recap is brought to you by the Home Depot. Upgrade your FIFA World Cup 2026 setup. Build it like Beckham from living room to lawn with the Home Depot and take the fast free delivery assist. The Home Depot, official FIFA World Cup 2026 supporter, subject to availability. Jackson Phelps here alongside Anderson Hurst and the national champion and All-American at North Carolina, Danny Jackson, here for the halftime show. This first half featured 2 goals from Belgium in the 9th and 33rd minute. It was Malik Tillman off of a free kick in the 31st minute that gave the United States men's national team their lone goal in the first half. Danny, what did you make of the first 45 minutes?
It's been a tough 45 for the US. They came out of the blocks a little slow, a little ragged at times. Their back four has looked as vulnerable as I've seen them in this World Cup. There was question marks about that back four. They couldn't keep clean sheets. They couldn't keep the ball out the net. And they've looked similar type of setup as they have done in games past prior to this World Cup. Midfield has been open, wide open. It's been the engine of this team and the success they've had so far. From ricochets, from transitions, the Belgian midfield have had time and space to pick up their head and make the pass. And at the end of the day, the US did the Cardinals' sin. They got themselves back in the game, and then all of a sudden they give up the goal within 2 minutes. The crowd gets up, you get the crowd back into the game, and then all of a sudden it changes again, and the crowd goes silent.
It's a disgraceful half of football from the United States men's national team. I mean, you have a huge moment and a crowd ready to get behind you, I should say, and you have players that, honestly, the moment looks too big for them at this point. It's tough to say at this point, and I didn't think I'd be saying that, but that's what it looks like on the field right now. You have misplaced passes, you have jogging to close people down, and it's just, they look like they're lost, and they wanted to ease into this game. You have home field advantage. Take that and use the energy, and they look tired in the 10th minute.
And we are doing our broadcast right across from Seattle Stadium, and we were in the building, and the energy is good. The crowd is certainly into it. It is loud. But, Danny, it did just feel like they came out flat.
Well, we talked about it in pregame. Belgium are a bunch of gamers. They took the initiative, put some young players out in the field with young legs, and they've caused some real problems. Down the outside, crosses coming in from the outside. They could have had 4 or 5 goals. And Belgium will be kicking themselves in that locker room right now. They should be up more goals. The US will take this as a huge positive that they're only down by 1 goal. And that's the thing that's going to have to change. Pochettino's got a big half-time team talk now. He has to rejig some things. He's probably going to have to make some pretty harsh decisions on personnel out there, who to get out there, because they need to lock up the midfield and they need to make sure that players play with a bit more impetus in the attacking third, because right now they're very limp.
And it's your big guys. Serginho Dest, Weston McKennie, Christian Pulisic. They all look like they don't want to be there right now. So it's win or go home at this point. So I would not blame Mauricio Pochettino for making some harsh decisions right now.
I mean, I think right now you evaluate and say, where has Christian Pulisic been? I mean, he's been mostly absent in this game, and Dest obviously with a couple of bad plays, but I think when you look at the 2 goals specifically for Belgium, it's not an individual mistake, it's a collective mistake. You have ball watching, you have, I think, Andrews, I think, mentioned the word disinterested, and I've seen that from more than one player on both of those moments.
But let's not take anything away from Belgium. They've looked good. They've looked very good. They look comfortable in the moment of this crowd. They see this as kind of like the opposition is not just the 11 players, but the 65,000 people in that stadium as well. But they are controlling possession. They're controlling tempo. They've got quality in the final third. And the US backline especially is not doing the basics. They're not winning their headers from long balls and goal kicks. They're not getting tight on their men. Simple balls in from the angle, from corner kicks. There's no challenge on the ball, and they've got to get back to the X's and O's, the basics, basic defending. You don't give the ball away, you pass it 5 yards to your midfield, and your midfield got it tighter, play more compact, and you've got to get Balogun down the lines and spread this field.
Yeah, I just look at both the goals Belgium scored. The first goal, Alex Freeman has a headed sort of clearance, and the ball just drops between 5 U.S. men's national team players. They're all watching it. Belgium takes the ball, crosses it, and it's a tap into the back post. Second goal, right after the U.S. scored. It looks like they had some renewed life. They have 2 guys, both Alex Freeman and Serginho Dest, closing down the guy making the cross, and he still gets the cross off. And then Tim Ream gets beat for the header.
So what changes does Mauricio Pochettino need to make? We'll take a break. We'll come back and give you some keys to the second half. Right now, Belgium is up on the United States 2-1 at the half. We'll have more next. You're listening to FIFA World Cup 2026 on iHeartRadio.
Don't you wish? One. Discover a new podcast from our library of over 350,000 titles. Here's an iHeartRadio podcast preview.
In March of 2005, financier Jeffrey Epstein is at a charity benefit in New York City. Wall Street titans are in attendance. Rod Stewart is booked to perform. In a photo taken that night, Epstein has his arm around a woman, pulling her head toward his so that his smirking lips graze her temple. Epstein is tan and relaxed, and he looks like he doesn't have a care in the world. On that same day, 1,200 miles south, a 14-year-old girl in Palm Beach, Florida, gives a statement to the police that will launch an investigation. But maybe Epstein is right not to be worried.
Nobody cared what these women had to say. Their insights were ignored as the feds and then the state made this case go away.
Mr. Epstein should have been looking at potential sentence of 360 years at a minimum. But that's not what happened, because there was a power dynamic here, wasn't there?
The recent charges against Jeffrey Epstein have brought down a cabinet member and tarnished the reputations of billionaires and elite universities.
Here's a group of people, and I gotta say mostly men, who talk a great deal about changing the world, but are fundamentally functioning as a cartel.
A very simple question. Who is Jeffrey Epstein?
Who is Jeffrey Epstein? Who is in his inner circle?
The mystery of Jeffrey Epstein's wealth has never been clarified.
He started out as a Dalton teacher, right? Teacher at the private school in Manhattan.
From Wondery, the company behind Dirty John and The Shrink Next Door, comes the mysterious Mr. Epstein.
Listen and follow this podcast for free on the iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one.
You are listening to FIFA World Cup 2026 on iHeartRadio. We welcome you back to the halftime show. Belgium leading the United States men's national team by a score of 2-1 here at the break at Seattle Stadium. We are steps outside of Seattle Stadium, ready to hear that building roar again for an equalizer. Jackson Phelps alongside Anderson Hurst and the All-American and national champion Danny Jackson. Guys, let's talk about this second half ahead. Our keys to the second half are brought to you by Fox One. The excitement of the FIFA World Cup is now streaming live on Fox One, the official English streaming platform to catch every unforgettable moment. Fox One brings the action straight to your screen so you never miss a goal. Download Fox One and experience the FIFA World Cup live. Danny, the United States needs an equalizer. Hopefully we get it soon. How do they get it?
You know, I think for Pochettino, the fact is you just got to shake up these players, give them 15, 20 minutes and see how it plays out. Balogun, you just don't know what the last few days has done for him. He looks maybe a little drained. He looks a little nervous out there. Distracted. Distracted is a good word for it. We'll see how he plays out. You got Hadji right. Pepe potentially comes on. Maybe you play two up front. I thought Pepe playing alongside Balogun against Australia was really good. Pepe will run the lines. He will chase things down. You need to unsettle this back line, make them feel uncomfortable, and pack in the midfield a little bit more narrow. Des has been a bit of a disappointment so far. The question is what you do with that. But I think for right now, you don't need a Berhalter necessarily. You need somebody to play a little bit higher up the field and make the back line for Belgium feel uncomfortable.
Tim Weah needs to come in for Serginho Dest, kind of the spark that I think is needed. He provides a little less technical ability that Serginho Dest does, but he will get stuck in. He will stretch the field, get down the line, and kind of bring a little energy to this group. And the key of my second half is just wake up. I mean, whatever that looks like. And I totally agree with the two strikers. I think Ricardo Pepi will be the guy to hold the ball up a little bit, allow players to run off of him, occupy a center back. And they just need to wake up, whatever that looks like.
Rudy Garcia, the head coach for Belgium, earned his stripes in the locker room before the game and his selection. He made the right selection. The question was, why are De Bruyne, Doku, and Lukaku playing? And you can see why. They played on the front foot. They played with energy. They really played well in that first half. Now Pochettino is going to earn his money at halftime and some of the changes he makes, as Tuchel did yesterday against Mexico.
Well, Danny, that also is where I'll have some fear right now, because even if the United States find an equalizer and this game stays close, You have Belgian reserves right now, like De Bruyne, like Lukaku, like Doku, who can come on and give Belgium that extra gear. The United States, even if they equalize early, need to be ready for that.
They have to come out of the blocks flying these first 15 minutes. They have to put it all out there. Got to nick a goal, got to get this crowd back into it, and make the game uncomfortable for Belgium. Right now, they are far too comfortable in this game.
Yeah, and Belgium are doing to the U.S. what the U.S. have done to other teams for the first 3 or 4 games of this tournament. They're not allowing them to even get build out of the back. They're counter-pressing. As soon as the U.S. wins the ball back, Belgium are swarming the ball with 2, 3, 4 defenders, and it's just forcing too many mistakes from the U.S. Start doing that to Belgium and make this uncomfortable
Do
for them.
the basics right. Defend well. You don't have to play make from the back. Get the ball into your midfield and let the midfield find Pulisic in the right gaps. Because right now, he's lacking confidence. He doesn't want to drop the shoulder and go as he has in games past. The question is why? Is the game too big for him? I don't think so. He just has to find the rhythm of the game.
Well, we'll see if the United States can wake up indeed for a second goal and then get this thing to where it got in 2014, which was extra time. That is where this game
Different results, hopefully.
Exactly. But just get this where you need to get it, because this is going to be a long 45 minutes and then perhaps an additional 30 ahead if it is still tied. All right, let's head things back across the street to Seattle Stadium. It's Belgium 2, the United States men's national team 1. Second half will start next. You are listening to FIFA World Cup 2026 on iHeartRadio.
All in one. Discover a new podcast from our library of over 350,000 titles. Here's an iHeartRadio podcast preview.
Peter Bogdanovich is a man of many talents. Peter Bogdanovich burst upon the film world. Bogdanovich is best known as a director of films like The Last.
Peter Bogdanovich helped change the way movies were made, starting with his first hit in 1971, The Last Picture Show.
Thought you might want to go to the picture show. Yeah, might as well go.
At age 31, he became one of the hottest directors in Hollywood.
All his life he's wanted to make movies, and he did.
His self-confidence. He knew what he wanted to do.
Now, this movie fan is a successful director.
Peter's career was kind of the ultimate triumph of the film critic, film nerd, film buff.
And he liked being in love.
Peter and I, we were the first unmarried couple on the cover of People magazine. Oh, horrors.
You have her, you have 4 pictures in a row that make
People hated them.
A guy has to learn to hate you.
But Peter's success did not last.
I made a lot of mistakes, but we're starting again now.
And just as he was on his way back up,
She fell in love with another man.
The happiest girl in the world.
Dorothy Stratton.
he suffered an unspeakable tragedy.
Playboy magazine's 1980 Playmate of the Year has been found shot to death. And finally, the phone rings. I answered it. It was Hefner. He said 2 words. Dorothy's dead.
I'm Ben Mankiewicz, your host for The Plot Thickens, a new podcast from Turner Classic Movies. Each season, we'll bring you an in-depth story about the movies and the people who make them. Our first season, I'm still Peter Bogdanovich.
Listen and follow this podcast for free on the iHeartRadio app. Number 1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one.
We now rejoin Fox's live play-by-play coverage of the second half of today's FIFA World Cup 2026 match. Follow all the exclusive World Cup action on iHeartRadio.
Terry mentioned the midfield. The U.S. is getting overrun in the midfield. We just saw Pochettino talking to Tillman. Maybe he's telling him something. And that right-hand side of the U.S. with Destin Freeman, that was a bad half by them. But he's sticking with them.
And you just saw a shot there of Christian Pulisic. Zlatan wanting more from Pulisic in the second half. Flo Balogun up top, 10 touches from him, the fewest of any player on the pitch. Thierry?
Alan had 10 touches against Brazil also in the first half. That doesn't mean anything. Put the ball in the box for him and he'll score.
There you go. All he needs is one. Erling Haaland will tell you that as well. Let's get you back to your commentary team. More from Alexis, Zlatan and Thierry at full time. John Straw, Stu Holden, Gio Reyna's coming on.
Oh, yes, indeed, Rebecca. We've been watching the last few minutes as Gio Reyna had been with the starting group coming out of the locker room. We do not see Serginho Dest on the field right now, so we'll wait for the board to come up. But that is the die being cast by Mauricio Pochettino here at halftime, needing to turn this game around in Seattle. Gio Reyna, who scored that wonderful goal to put the punctuation mark on the opening night win against Paraguay, he replaces Serginho Dest at halftime here in Seattle. So we'll see how that reshuffles things a little bit. We'll see what he can add. There is Dest there, making his way out to the bench. As we said at the beginning of the tournament, this is a moment 32 years in the making. These men will never have a more significant opportunity to become American sporting heroes than they have right now in front of this atmosphere with so many of you watching from home. What can they do in the second half against Belgium? Can they come from behind and set up a quarterfinal Friday afternoon in Los Angeles against the European champion Spain? What does Gio Reyna bring to the field right now?
Well, he's a difference maker. When he gets time and space, creativity, last pass, and you saw in the goal against Paraguay, he can produce a goal. I think the biggest tactical switch here is that now McKennie has gone out to the right-hand side. Now he's getting pressure on the ball. Gio Reyna, I think, will play like a 10. This could be more of a 4-2-3-1. But I think the biggest thing by getting now McKennie on the right, you need to get your fullbacks into the attack and overlapping.
Jenny Taff, what's the word from the U.S. coaching staff?
Well, the first thing U.S. First Assistant Jesus Perez said to me, it is very obvious to all of us. We didn't get into the game in the first 10 minutes. Little by little, we tried to match them. We scored, but then conceded again. That quickly is something we will address right now. We need to build momentum and continue to build it the way we ended the half. He said the good news, this is a one-goal game, and we will play better in the second half.
Melissa lost control of it, but good pressure to win it back as a throw-in. Anthony Robinson being harassed by lukaku as he carries forward, and that means that he misplays the pass for Pulisic.
But another big reason you make this change as well for Reyna is it seems the U.S. want to get more numbers centrally to deal with some of that overloading that Belgium had, where they had so much success. Time, pressure, movement on the ball. That's going to be a foul for the U.S.
2-1, guys.
But I think it's just to give them more options in possession, which is something that you really didn't have in the first half. Great pressure.
Still can't get a 50-50 ball.
Instantly, top of your screen. He's wide. You got the run from McKennie.
Comes inside. Weston McKennie can't get it cleanly. Pulisic is there. Couldn't get it cleanly. It's still loose.
Couldn't get it cleanly, man. That's the story of this game. Can't get a 50-50 ball. Can't get anything to land. Every cross is going right for Belgium.
Good pressure by the U.S. there to force the giveaway.
Yeah, there's a renewed intensity. You can feel it. Buzzing around the field, getting some touches on the
Possession is even, guys. Just Belgium has had the better chances.
That was the thing in the first half. He didn't have the same type of
McKennie now to Anderson on that left side. He's going to send one in the box just over Balogun's head.
Gio Reyna slips inside of one. McKennie under the net for Pulisic. It's Robinson instead. Robinson crossing in. Balogun couldn't climb all the way up. McKennie battling in the air. Comes sideways.
It's Robinson, not Anderson.
Knocks it for McKennie. And he resets it wide for Anthony Robinson. Lukaku defending him. In for Malik Tillman.
What are we doing, man?
Under hit pass. Richards just had to play safe and lumps it long. And it's a good spell for the U.S. though.
A noticeable difference. The big thing being really for the first time where I have looked and I've seen Anthony Robinson and Freeman released and high up the field. Now, they didn't create anything in that second one, but those are the situations.
Tillman goes down, no call.
Throughout this tournament. This is a part of the game right here.
Send one in the box. Goalie all over it.
The first and then the second ball.
You got to get moving. Let's go.
Be able to pick up the ball in your half and let them play.
Yeah, that wasn't a foul. Tillman just fell down. And Freeze alert to come get him in front of Trossard.
They're putting a body to Pulisic. Every time he passes that ball, they're putting a shoulder right into him. Here's McKinney now.
The Belgian coach barking its instructions to the bench.
McKinney.
Comes to Malik Tillman.
Now Freeman. Oh, what a move. Nutmegged him. Tried to center it, but got deflected. Goes in the air. Another 50-50 ball back to Belgium.
Freeman, immediate pressure. Trying to make a touch around to Kuiper. Able to keep it. It was knocked away in the middle there. Trossard slid across. Reyna blocks it in. Kuiper's going to go long.
Hey. Come on, man. That's a foul. Sorry, dude. McKinney goes down. No call.
McKinney, immediate pressure. He got tripped up off the ball. It's no foul, though. That clip long the other way. Luka Bacchio isolated with Ream. Adams coming to help support. Belgium flooding numbers forward. Luka Bacchio to the byline. Ream blocks the cross. Out for a corner.
Belgium's going to have a corner right here.
Are going to be very important moments throughout the game because as you start to attack, as you start to get more aggressive, releasing players into the attack, it leaves you more exposed the other way. So it's this fine balance. You're asking more of your defenders now. Chris Richards, Tim Ream, 1v1 defending, going to be very big as Ream just avoids.
Here's the corner from Belgium.
Yeah. He saw a really unfortunate
Headed out by the United States back to Belgium. He's going to send it in the box. Caught by the goalie.
They are not cushioned at all. Tillemans, the ensuing corner. Richards wins the header. Luka Bacchio will clip it back in. Matt Freese is there. Freese, 3 saves in the first half, as knitting as he had the entire game.
There's Richards now.
Wednesday in Santa Clara
To McKinney on that right side. No, actually Freeman. To Richards.
Moving along quickly in front of Ketelara.
Now to Ream. To Robinson. Pulisic. Right outside the bar! He got hit right in the ankle! Come on! What the fuck, man? That's about the 3rd time we haven't gotten a call. Pulisic still down. The fuck is going on here? Bullshit!
By Tillemans. Pulisic is still down. Good work by the U.S. to hunt the ball back.
Come on, man. That's a free kick, man. Right outside the edge of the box. Who's that Asian chick?
It'd be interesting because Pulisic was lining up for a shot. And this becomes a question of did the defender, in this case Tillemans, does he get his foot in front and does Pulisic then kick into his heel? Yeah, he did. So as much as I'd like that to be a foul, Pulisic actually swings his leg into the back of Tillemans.
Damn, now he's not 100%. He's limping.
Pulisic before he got to that point as he's swinging it. But at least on that replay there, it looked like that was a good defensive play.
There's Freeman now.
And because the referee stopped the game himself, he just restarts with a drop ball. The U.S. keep it in the attacking half.
Robinson to balogun. Somehow Robinson gets it back to himself. Just outside the box, pokes it away. Back to Belgium. Gotta be kidding me, man.
Balogun, and he's wrestled to the ground. Robinson picks up the loose ball. He's bumped off.
Gonna send a long one in. And a bad touch by Freeman. It's a great pass.
Who's the team that feels under pressure now? Now I know
Great pass by Adams.
Belgium can't get out of their own half.
Just a bad touch by Freeman.
Freeman couldn't take it down cleanly.
Oh, wow. Just screaming out for a first time ball across the goal. Put it in the danger zone. Tyler Adams says it all. Look at that. The timing of the run is good. It's a terrific ball, but you had Balogun and Weston McKennie laying out to get in front of their defenders. That was the conversation there with Balogun and Freeman, because it's hard to take a ball out of the air like that in your stride, cushion it down, and then still you have to consider that ankle might have gone then. Great look.
Here's Tillman now on the left side.
Lionel Messi in Argentina taking on Mo Salah and Egypt in Atlanta.
Tillman to Robinson.
Colombia up the road from us in Vancouver. Coverage starts 11 a.m. Eastern, 8
To
a.m.
Adams.
live on Fox. And then a couple of
To
days
Richards.
off in the tournament.
Pulisic's still struggling, by the way. Bottom left of your screen. He's still limping his way through the play.
Yeah, he's trying to fight through it right now. He's not 100%.
Foxborough
You got about a 75% Pulisic out there. Here's Adams, centers it. Balogun, lob pass, tries to keep it in and does. But Belgium's got it. Now it's actually going to be out.
Inside for Adams. Gio Reyna wants it. Gio Reyna has it. Scoops it up. That's Balogun tracking. Now just trying to
It's a
keep
good
it
pass
in
by
play.
Reyna.
He did not. It's out for a goal kick.
He just kind of, the ball got chipped over by Reyna, loses sight of it a little bit, trying to judge the flight of it. Some of the U.S. legends again.
We didn't give Kelly O'Hara a shout out because they cut away too quickly last time.
The building's got a different feel to it as well. And here, I think even as I said in the first half, there was a little bit of a nervousness to the environment, but not now. Even as the U.S. are moving forward, I'm looking down below us. Nobody's sitting down. This crowd is engaged. Now take advantage of this momentum of the U.S. Keep putting pressure. Do not back off. Because look at that, Belgium, because there's the extra advantage in the middle, they've lost their ability to get the same type of pressure.
Jenny, what more can you add on Pulisic right now?
Oh, great pass by Reed. Good look. Robinson gets it deflected. Doesn't go back to Reyna, right to a Belgium defender. Belgium's got it midfield.
As he reached out for that ball. He's been limited at this tournament, took a kick to the calf in the days before the Paraguay game. Was subbed off at halftime. Did not play in the next one. Biggest game of his life. He's the big star of this team, but as we said, he had a signature game for the United States. This was that moment, and this was that opportunity. And it looks like, once again, the injury issues that have dogged Pulisic throughout his career.
Great long pass, but the United States goalie is so far up. What are you doing? No! No! Oh!
Takes it down off the chest. De Ketelaere knocks it away. Tim Ream can't block it. And unless video review says this is a foul from behind on Ream, it is a disastrous third goal to concede to Belgium.
But here's why I'm saying, and I'm not saying this is the reason for the goal, but if you're hurt, go down. You make the sub. The ref stops the play. You're playing a man light, essentially, because you're looking around out there. But this justice, it's a mistake in the back. It's a long ball over the top. Freeze takes the first touch calmly. Then he gets just a little hesitant. Tries to play out of it. As you'll see, long ball, route one. It's been pretty consistent for Belgium, but you're in a good spot here. Put it out. Takes a touch, hesitates on the left foot, doesn't want to hit it.
What the fuck was the goalie doing out of the box? Bro, stay in your goal, dude.
For the United States. 2 goals that have come off mistakes. I don't know why he hesitated, if he felt he was going to get contact from De Ketelaere in the back, who was going to try to make a challenge. Then he's out of his goal. You can't use your hands there. And Tim Ream just off balance, trying to do what he can there, and deflects it into the back of the net. United States 1, Belgium 3.
Hans Zanaken, who came on for an injury in the first half when Onana went off. His first World Cup goal. Christian Pulisic's day is done, to be replaced by Sebastian Berhalter. Now, if there's any guy you can think of to come off the bench and provide a spark, provide energy, give everything of himself for the cause, it's Sebastian Berhalter, son of the former coach Greg Berhalter. You've got he and Gio Reyna on the field. Their dads were part of that 2002 World Cup team for the U.S., the only one that's ever advanced to a quarterfinal in the modern format of the FIFA World Cup. What can they provide now in this moment? The U.S. was able to work their way back.
Yeah, that's the backbreaker. That's the backbreaker for this team, though, is that they were working their way back again. They were clearly the team in the ascendancy. Belgium had no ideas until you gave them a layup. So, can they go again? This is where you find out about what you've got.
That's Berhalter's first touch, and tough one for Ream to handle. Scan the QR code on your screen. Vote for the Michelob Ultra Superior Player of the Match. And a look at Christian Pulisic. It has not been the World Cup. He or anyone around this team were hoping it was going to be for him. Tillman won the ball back in the middle. Falls to McKennie. Now Tyler Adams. Now Pulisic is hoping that his teammates can lift their way back into this and give him an opportunity to get back on the field in another game. To try and get that ball under control. Plays it inside for Alex Freeman. Taken off it by Tielemans. Berhalter chasing, long ball to Ketelaar in chase. Ream has the angle. And Free's not messing around. Gascon won the initial header. And with a half an hour to go, it's a Belgian team that understands 2-goal leads are never safe. Senegal were up 2 goals with 5 minutes to play in this building on Wednesday afternoon. Belgium scored twice inside of 3 minutes to force extra time. Won it with the final kick of extra time. Does the U.S. have that same belief? Why not us? That's been the cry from this team this whole tournament. Richards advancing forward. Reina let it run for Balogun. Wasn't quite ready for it. Anthony Robinson wants to switch. Has hands up forward to the near side. Goes instead to Berhalter. Alex Freeman can play inside for Reina. Berhalter there to recover. Now here's Anthony Robinson. He's got Tillman for support. Robinson going to drive to the byline. Little pump fake. Comes backwards for Adams. Adams, that's too far in front of Berhalter. And now Belgium are on the run. To Ketelaar has Trossard running with them. U.S. is on their heels. Freeman went flying in. Leandro Trossard now. Trossard blocked by Richards, out for a corner.
That's a really good sequence from Belgium there, because now they've got the 2-goal cushion. Really solid defensive shell. Not really threatened by the U.S. attack there. Pulisic with his head in his hands. Then Belgium win the ball back, and then they're going to counter. That's what they're going to do. They've got options off the bench that they're going to bring in to keep that energy high. But they're quite content without the ball in moments, knowing that they can really hurt the U.S. the other way, and it has led to this corner.
Number 5 the game for Belgium. They went out in the group stage of the last World Cup. This is important for them. Trying to get back into the deeper stages. Tillman heads it away at the near post. Tillman's trying to reset wide. Tillman was there first. Berhalter plays it long. McKennie and chase. McKennie's going to battle there with Mekala. Mekala with a big tackle to knock it away. It's a chance for a U.S. quick throw. And it comes for Gio Reyna. And Goy defending. And Reyna miscontrols it. It's going to run in behind for a goal kick. And Mekala, one of a couple of Belgian players that hadn't really practiced since the game Wednesday. They were so physically run down. He's limping a bit at the end of the play. Forward here. Ream didn't like the look. Evanson couldn't quite thread that in for Reyna, but a U.S. throw. They're going to go in deep to Balogun. Goy defending. Balogun for Reyna. Target in the box there because Balogun going to come all the way out wide, so they'll recycle to the other side.
And they're just trying to, Belgium are just trying to bait you into playing that one pass that you think you can force in, because you do have to start taking risks. You're down 2 goals, you're chasing the game. And so it's just the balance of the moments for the U.S. when they need to try to see those gaps, exploit them, play quickly, little combinations. But they're being patient right now. But Belgium are also quite content with this. U.S. just circling the ball around. When you try to play that ball, they're going to jump the passing line and look to break the other way with speed.
Was the first touch of the half for Balogun a moment ago. It's a nice combination to find Freeman, and the U.S. gets a corner out of it. Because, oh, by the way, to steal from Thierry Henry, the big guns are coming for Belgium. They've got Lukaku and Doku preparing to enter in a moment.
Speaking of speed and speaking of power and speaking of finishing ability, now, I said this in the first half, the back post has been an area where first and second balls, the U.S. can find success. Belgium have looked very open to conceding opportunities from there.
And this is where Berhalter's terrific. Saves delivery. Whips it in. Freeman found it. And it just loops up and out.
But yes, to your point, you've got Lukaku coming on for his 131st appearance. He's scored 92 goals. This one, Vanaken ends up right at his feet. Good pressure from De Ketelaar. It really won the best of strikes. I thought he was going to try to lob it over, but he saw Ream scrambling back. But it's a difficult one if you're Ream, because you're caught in trying to keep your body open to the play while still trying to make a play on it on one foot. But he just missed the play and clearance straight in the back of the net.
What a game for De Ketelaar. 2 goals and an assist now. Been involved in all 3 from the byline. A missed hit cross. And Luke Bacchio. If indeed De Ketelaar comes off for Lukaku, it has been a signature performance for him in a Belgium shirt. Belgium going there, just trying to wrestle Tillman, and the referee will indeed give the free kick for the U.S. Now here come the subs. Bacchio is off. Thought he was trouble. Here comes Jeremy Doku. It's been an odd World Cup for him. He missed 1 game going back for the birth of his child. He was dealing with a respiratory illness. But what a terrific player he is tonight for Charles De Ketelaar, replaced by Lukaku.
Yeah, and you saw his look. He wanted to stay in and go for the hat trick. Just beats Ream to that ball. He wanted it more. Just attacking it, gets the momentum heading towards it, hands on the back of him. Really strong header. And a really strong afternoon for Luka Bacchio as well.
McKinney trying to accelerate to get to that ball. Vanaken cut him off. U.S. throw. We're moments away from the second half hydration break. Romelu Lukaku, all-time top scorer for Belgium in his 4th World Cup. He's been limited so significantly by injuries this year. When he started in the group stage, it was his first start in a year. He'd only ever come off the bench in his handful of appearances for his club Napoli this season. Adams for Freeman. Tillman. Freeman was coming in around the back. DeKuyper was alert to intercept it. And now this is where it's going to get scary dangerous. Lukaku gets under control. Tillman just wipes him out. Takes the yellow card.
I don't mind that from Tillman. First of all, you stop a promising counterattack, but also showing a bit of fight there. You got 22 minutes to make a statement. Try to create something. You got to get the first one, and then you build from there.
22 minutes for the United States at this World Cup. Can they pull off the spectacular? Down 3-1 to Belgium here in Seattle.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
A quiet residential neighborhood erupts in chaos. Carmine Galante, the feared boss of the Bonanno crime family, lies dead. His cigar still clutched between his teeth.
Masked men walked into Joe and Mary's luncheonette in Brooklyn today and gunned down Carmine Galante, a man believed to be the most powerful mafia chief in the country.
The execution sent shockwaves through the criminal underworld and set the stage for one of the most pivotal criminal cases in New York City history. From the minds behind the acclaimed television series comes Law and Order Criminal Justice System. This isn't a scripted drama. These are real stories told by the people who have lived them.
My father should have been a dead man.
For decades, the mafia had New York City in a stranglehold, with law enforcement seemingly powerless to intervene. But the murder of Carmine Galante marked the beginning of the end. Discover how a group of young prosecutors took on the mafia, and with the help of law enforcement, brought down its most
What do we
powerful
got here,
figures.
guys?
I'm Anasika Nicolazzi.
Hydration breakdown 3-1 still.
And iHeart
I was
Podcasts.
hoping they could
This
score. I
is
didn't hear
Law
any
and Order
honks
Criminal
outside.
Justice
So.
System. Listen on
And we now
America's
got
number one
rain
podcast network.
in Seattle.
Open your free
Down
iHeart
2 goals, and we got it. I was at the sprinklers.
Fired up, trying to get some energy going. Ricardo Pepi looks like he's about to come on.
Come on, Pepe.
Sprinklers going here.
Need you, buddy.
Eddie Vedder again on the video board, trying to get this crowd going, trying to get this team going. The crowd's done their part. This has been a wonderful atmosphere. And the players have 20 minutes to pull off something special and extend this magical World Cup run. And has produced some amazing moments in American men's soccer history over the last 3.5 weeks.
I'm on the big screen.
If you're in that
Stand next to that man, you're going to get on the big screen quite a bit.
If you're in that U.S. huddle, what are you saying? What are you doing as one of the players on the field here?
You're trying to give your team, especially if you're Pochettino, belief. But what I would say from just observing from up
Belgium's got it. They're going to try to switch it, and Freeman intercepts it. Freeman. Long pass into Balogun, first touch. Not a good one to McKinney.
The way they've conceded the goals, and even when you have good stretches, and then you feel like you've given the ball away, and then the other team scores.
Balogun laying it off. McKinney couldn't get there.
So that's what I would be looking for right now within the game. Of okay, if you're going to go down with a fight. Don't just lay down and take the rest of this game. Stand up and be counted for the last 22 minutes. And put a performance together and a moment together that makes you and makes everybody believe you can actually do this. Because I'm not sure what I'm seeing right now.
Adams should have had an assist to Freeman. It's a great long pass to him.
To get Ricardo Pepi onto the field. And Pepi, who was probably going to be starting this game. That's one of the things Mauricio Pochettino said to us yesterday. Trying to keep it professional and even keeled when they found out Flo Balogun would be able to play, because he said if he's going to
Balogun, good turn. Balogun turns the corner and a bad touch. Slide tackle gets out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for the United States. Come on, we just need that 3-2 goal.
Pepe's furthest forward. Showed too much of it to Ngoy, but a nice little movement there. Nice little moment from the U.S.
Robinson to Tillman. It's a bad pass. Ooh, Lukaku, too strong. Pushes Rain down.
Couldn't take it cleanly. Now these moments are key, as Belgium have Doku and Lukaku up front. Reem just did enough to steer it back to Matt Freeze. Freeze for Alex Freeman. He's got a tough 20 minutes coming. What a time he's had, though. What a future he has at the age of 21. Fort Halter clips it along for Anthony Robinson. Not able to keep it in play. We can dig deep here.
That goal's got to come within the next 7 to 8 minutes. Here's Balogun on the long pass and can't do it. It's going to be a throw-in for the United States, though.
Good work to find Weston McKinney. He'll go long. Balogun to chase, and Ngoy just plays it safe and out.
What are we doing, guys? At least try to hit it off him for a corner.
That's the U.S. goal today.
That's a
Just trying to play it off and
foul on Tillman.
It bounced the wrong way.
Nothing can go right in this game. Can't be too mad at Tillman. He got that free kick rule.
take all the time they can in these moments.
That's where experienced teams like this know how to play these types of games. When they've got a lead, they try to frustrate you. They try to wear you down just with and without the ball. Take their time on different situations like this. Move up. They're going to try to ground you down and now deliver the knockout blow.
Lukaku wants the header. Doku wins the ball. Freeman wins the battle. Goal kick is the decision of the referee. And that free should just put this ball back in play before anyone changes their mind.
Yeah, Doku was right. It should have been a corner. But they've got the ball back.
What are we doing? Why are we throwing that backwards? Why don't we throw that as quick as possible? Just waste another 30 to 40 seconds not getting a chance. Switch it right side, Richards. Keep your head up, man.
And in front of this packed house of just less than 67,000 fans. The United States with 15 minutes plus stoppage time to do to Belgium what the Belgians did in this building a matter of days ago against Senegal. Come back from 2 goals down, force extra time. Ream trying to jam that into Anthony Robinson. Trossard was able to
Another foul on Robinson. Jesus, man. Belgium guys staying down. Here goes another 40 seconds.
His club teammate Timothy Castagna there. And he'll just jog away. Free kick Belgium, and Castagna's down.
Just seeing some frustration, are you, from the U.S. players? Body language from Mauricio Pochettino says a lot, too. He seems just out of ideas right now. There's not too much he can do.
Come on.
He's made his subs.
Here's a chance. Tillman on that left side. Gotta go, though. Goes down. It's going to be a foul on Belgium.
Maybe it's... I mean, this guy has been phenomenal all tournament. Tillman has been terrific. And even tonight, again, he's...
Berhalter to Tillman. Tillman keeps it in somehow. But it's going to go to Curtis for the goal kick.
Serviceman father, raised though by a single mother, Anya. Elected to play for the United States, having played for Germany youth levels. That ball's out of play though. Tillman couldn't keep it in. Now look at the scene here in Seattle.
And if we just think about how we got here, U.S. down 3-1, concede a goal. Within 8 minutes, you make a mistake that leads to the goal. Then you score. You're back in the game. Tillman gives you a moment. And you concede right after that again. It just 2 players on 1. Defensive mishap.
Come on, guys. Why are we going backwards?
Second half, here you come again. You make a mistake in the back. It's 3-1. And I think that will be the thing that has this team...
Start sending them in the box. We need some shots on goal.
There's a feeling of familiarity for people watching that have felt this before in this round. And whether that feeling goes in the next 13 minutes, we'll find out. We've seen some special
back heel.
from this team throughout this tournament. And
Freeman gets around him somehow. Good first touch.
Recognize that right now and get the USA chance. You've got difference makers.
To McKinney. Shot! Oh!
On the outside of Kuiper, able to get back to that ball. Plays a combination with McKinney. Back in McKinney, clips it up in the air. Cleared away as far as Berhalter, who puts it just wide. But is that the spark they need?
There you go. This is why I'm saying you need one chance. So close from Berhalter, but more importantly,
that was it. Needed that one.
Shot of adrenaline that this team, this stadium. There's Greg Berhalter, former U.S. men's national team player and coach and father of Sebastian. But he's a player. You said when he came in, can give you that.
He was in the stands.
Good hustle by McKinney, and he got tripped in from behind. That should be a free kick.
McKinney first to the loose ball. Knocked away from behind. No, it's a Belgian throw, and McKinney slow to get up.
Bullshit. Wow.
Weston McKinney's limping. And then De Bruyne looking on. From a Belgian perspective, they're loving the fact that they could maybe rest him and
Good D by Robinson. Long pass. Numbers. 2-on-3. Got to get it to Balogun somehow. Pepe. Bad touch. Bad pass. It's got to get to Balogun quicker than that.
Cuts it inside. Got knocked off balance. Tillemans was able to intercept the pass. They got to keep going. They got to keep going. 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Jeremy Doku working on Alex Freeman.
Wow.
They will do it again. And that's a foul on McKinney.
How is that a foul on McKinney? And on the other end, it's not a foul on Belgium.
He was upset about the one that McKinney took a moment ago.
No wonder he wanted to break his leg.
That one was sailed all the way out past Trossard.
Pappy ain't it, man. Here's Balogun. Balogun, a chance. Here's our chance. One-on-one with the goalie. Balogun!
That's how you grab the second. Exactly what Belgium did.
Damn it!
Second came right after the first. Little giveaway there. Reyna will scoop it forward. Balogun trying to get a chance. It's misplayed. It's full. Balogun running in from an angle. Balogun! Save Courtois.
Wow. Courtois makes a good save because Balogun has a look up. He was by himself. He actually hit that into the ground. And Courtois was starting to lean to his left, but still made the save at his near post. Was not going to get beat there.
First save of the game, Thibaut Courtois. In for Weston McKinney. Further forward, Balogun throwing his body in there on the defender. Plays it wide. Freeman, first time driven cross, U.S. corner. Tillman's upset at the referee right now, and exchanging words with the Kuiper.
The Kuiper's getting a warning here from the referee because he took the ball and tried to delay time, and it's going to be important for the ref to manage that type of time wasting.
Biggest game in this referee's crew's life as well. Round 16 at the World Cup, big moment for them. Sebastian Berhalter to take. It's popped sideways, and Courtois will come to get in front of Richards. Balogun was up for it.
Balogun just misplays that. This was Balogun getting in behind. He's by himself. You can see tough angle here. And he hits it down into the ground. That's what I was saying. It makes it really unpredictable and difficult. If he meant that, that's a heck of a way to try to beat Courtois at that near post. That's a really, really good save from one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Berhalter draws contact, wins a free kick. Now let's put it back into play. 7 minutes plus stoppage time to go. US with a few players warming up. 2 remaining substitutions available. No Christian Pulisic on the field as it came off hurt a little while ago. Berhalter clipping it up. Robinson knocking it down. A little bit of hesitation before it's cleared away. Ronaldo there suffered the injury in the first half, coming back to the bench area. It's in for Balogun. Poked away from him. Prevented from being a corner.
Looked out to me, actually.
Matt Turner leaping off the bench to grab it and get him back in quickly for the U.S. Witzel preparing to come on. Longtime veteran for Belgium. Hasn't played a moment at this World Cup. So they're trying to see this out. Berhalter clipping it along for Anthony Robinson. Brings it down well. Trying to cut inside. Castagna who wins the duel. Trossard there to help. Trossard plays it out for a U.S. throw. They want to get it quickly back into play. Berhalter. Inches away in that one attempt a few minutes ago. Robinson clipping it in too far for Pepe. And De Kuiper coolly, calmly brings it down instead of clearing it. Rolls it in for Jeremy Doku. Now he's isolated 1v1 with Alex Freeman. Big test for Freeman here. Trying to recover. Can't poke it away. Doku now going to run at Chris Richards. Lukaku wants it. Lukaku has it. Lukaku poked away. Job not done. Doku going to reset along. Trossard cutting back. Trossard blocked by Richards. Reina throws his body in. Still they can't get it clear. Trossard will cycle it around.
What a block from Richards. I think that was going in. That strike from Trossard. That was, from our angle, that looked to me like that was going to the far post. Big time block.
Salamakers as well preparing to come on for Belgium. Reina defending on the byline. Got to be careful. It's cut back in. Freeman stabs it away. That was Rescom with the work there. Pepe chasing around. Can't get on the end of the ball. Belgium just playing keep away right now. Pepe, good work there. Shrugs the defender off. Tillman on the ball. Trying to accelerate. And then he's fouled. Free kick U.S. Tillman banged up at the end of it. Rudy Garcia, the Belgian coach, going nuts on that one.
Well, he's going to feel like his player got the ball, but it's the way the two of them sandwich together and take out Tillman. Watch this, as the ball is gone. So sure, there's a touch, but you can't do that. It's absolutely barreled into the back of him. There should be no complaints about that.
U.S. just takes it short. Belgium not yet making the sub. U.S. can't be too casual, though, in this moment as the ball's back into play. 4 minutes plus stoppage time for the U.S. to score twice. Berhalter. Weston McKennie. Flo Balogun. He was trying to flick it for Tillman, but Ngoy saw it coming and slid across to block it.
That's really good defending from Ngoy. As you said, saw that the whole way. He stepped inside, picked off the little flick around the corner. He's had a really good game. The two center backs played really well against Flo Balogun. Now, Balogun's had a couple of chances, but they've been physical right up behind him, connected together, not getting drawn out of spaces. It's going to be a foul on Doku.
And that was a big call for Rudy Garcia. And Ngoy hadn't played the last two games, suspended for one, and then just kept on the bench against Senegal. U.S. has got to keep this going, though. Yes, it's getting dire, but there's still time. 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Two subs in the wings for both teams now. Haji Wright is preparing to enter. Max Arston preparing to make his World Cup debut. Freeman lost the ball in the air, but it comes to Chris Richards instead. Fans keeping the energy up here in Seattle. Green, McKennie, Tillman, he's got Pepe, and he just waited an extra touch there, and that allowed Tillmans to come in and knock it away back to Courtois. The U.S. down to 2 minutes plus stoppage time. Courtois high and as far as he can put it. This comes out for a goal kick. And now here come the subs. Two for each team. Trossard will come off for Salamakers, a teammate of Christian Pulisic's at AC Milan. So Witzel will take the field to his fourth World Cup. Nicolas Rascon had his number put up. And we'll see about the U.S. subs. And you can hear the fourth official there, here Ancho of Gabon, saying your board is not ready. You can't come on yet. U.S. bench is annoyed at that. Good pressure by Tillman, but it bounces out for a Belgium throw. 1 minute plus stoppage time to go. And still, the U.S. bench just kind of bewildered that they're not being allowed to make their substitutions. Ream's going to settle that in front of Salamakers and play for Alex Freeman. Freeman trying to come back to the near side. Tillman. Anthony Robinson gonna get there. Robinson gets the cross in, overhit it for Balogun. No one on the back post.
Son of a bitch, man.
Kuiper goes long. Only
Damn it.
Richards is there.
Got no chance now, 90th minute.
It'll be how much stoppage time we played here in Seattle.
I don't think it'll be huge. We'll see.
What a disappointing way to end it, dude.
How about four?
So disappointing.
3-minute hydration break and then one added.
Putting it on Pulisic. This one's on Pulisic, it really is.
US gotta go quick here.
It's not on Balogun.
Fans reacting to a lower number than they were hoping for. I mean, should they just be lumping this long and seeing what happens?
What are you doing,
bro?
Balogun, that pass to you, man. Get that thing and take a shot, bro.
Freeman to Kuiper defending him. Freeman. Balogun let it go, but no one was behind him in a dark blue shirt. Just Salamakers.
Why are you letting it go? To who? Who's gonna score? Besides you. Come on, Balogun, bro. Don't tell me the ammo's empty, bro. Don't tell me you ran out of ammo. Come on, man.
Tackle to win the ball back on Salamakers. 3 minutes remaining for the United States. This wonderful journey that began a little over 3 weeks ago in Los Angeles. Robinson clipping it up.
So sick,
Tall for
dude.
Balogun. Robinson trying to get there. Wins the header across to Gio Reyna. Trying to settle it for Berhalter. Doku beat him to it.
Mailing it in. Here comes the sub. Some guys we never seen before. Robinson goes off, our best crosser. Balogun goes off, our best scorer.
You're bringing on a guy that's worth over $100 million, and Doku off the bench as a second half replacement in a game like this.
Damn, like we can't even get a standing O for Balogun while he goes off. Come on, Seattle.
He's been lively. I know. We fell in love the last couple of weeks with this team and this ride and this moment, and that doesn't change. The scenes we've seen around this country have just been unlike anything I have ever seen in my lifetime. For a team,
What in the fuck was that goalie doing? Now here's Lukaku's shot, goal. 4-1. Embarrass us some more. Rub it in. Like a little puppy in the carpet. Smelling the fucking piss. Lukaku scores, makes it 4-1.
The exclamation point for Belgium. And now they will ride momentum down to Los Angeles Friday afternoon for a showdown with Spain in the World Cup quarterfinal.
I think it's time to cut the hair, Richards.
And Belgium have just played a top-level game.
It's too high.
The mistakes that the U.S. have made.
Why isn't he closer to Lukaku, man?
And there's a reason before the game we talked about this Belgian team. It wasn't going to be easy, but they also have guys waiting in the wings that could do this.
He definitely he half-assed it. He's waiting for him to blow that whistle. You can tell Richards' World Cup was done about 2 minutes short.
Finds the far post. And the exclamation point on a performance and a night and so much
Embarrassing, man. Beat us on our home field, 4-1.
Special, but instead, it has been the Belgians that have spoiled the party with a really professional performance. And just a reminder,
just another Landon Donovan, just another Kobe Jones, just another Josie Altidore. We're good, but we're not there yet. Sad, man.
Well, listen, before the final whistle, if you've enjoyed this ride, it doesn't have to stop now. We've got an incredible quarterfinal round coming.
How in the hell is our women the best team in the world and our men aren't there?
Go support your local team. This doesn't have to be the last soccer you watch for the next 4 years. It's a beautiful sport. We give our lives to it for a very good reason. And we have so enjoyed the support the U.S. has received. And we are incredibly excited for the final 2 weeks.
Well, we weren't going to beat Spain anyways.
2 weeks, which will not include the men of the United States. Belgium, a concern about an injury. but one of their legends scores in a third consecutive game, and they set up a quarterfinal with Spain Friday afternoon in Los Angeles.
No tears for Richards. He's down right now. I don't know if he's praying or what, but his World Cup was done 2 minutes ago.
Everybody involved with U.S. soccer in this country, but be proud of what this team has accomplished over the last couple of weeks. Not just the wins, but how they played. The future of the sport for American soccer is very bright. This is very much a team that's on the ascendancy. Tough night tonight.
Tom Pulisic, it really is. I put it on him. He was not good tonight.
It finishes here in Seattle. Belgium 4, the United States 1.
You got France, Morocco, Spain, Belgium, Norway, England.
CSL Plasma, you help create life-saving medicine.
See what happens tomorrow, but
your first month donating.
embarrassing loss for the United States. They lose 4-1 to Belgium.
Reward varies by location and is subject to change without notice.
This one's gonna sting, guys. I appreciate you for watching.
Always before, during, and after your stay. We've